4th of July was always a big deal in my family. My mom and my sister and I would wake up early, we'd finish making all the food, and then later on in the afternoon, we'd get together with the rest of our family and all of our friends and their families. We'd have a fantastic spread of food and we'd laugh a lot. Uncle Scotty always made things interesting. He'd have a few, sometimes a few too many, but that's a story for another day. A lot of families have memories, maybe not quite like this, but these are memories viewed through the eyes of a generation.
And my friend Mary Lou is here, and her grandchildren are coming, and her children, and all of her friends for 4th of July. And Mary Panarella lives here. They'll all come for the 4th, and all of the backyards will be filled with love.
I think it means family, friends, and loads of food. We used to go clamming ourselves and get the clams, and then come home and make chowder and clam cakes. And then they would eat the clam cakes as fast as we made them, so we never got out of the kitchen.
This is the spot that we've always sat, and we'd sit, all of the guests here. The kids would all get a flag and a balloon, and Poppy was the glue that kept it all together.
Pop loved 4th of July. He'd get up and he'd run down Hope Street, you know, walking back and forth, looking up all his old friends, all his old neighbors. He was in his glory. He loved that.
And he'd keep everybody happy till the parade came down here. And we'd all be excited with cold drinks and hats to keep the sun off our head.
Old friends would come from the city, my mother's friends, my father's friends, my friends, then family on top of that.
And when I was a little older than you know how you love Little House on the Prairie. I love Davy Crockett, king of the wild frontier. And he came right up the street, and I had a camera. First time I was taking a big picture. And I was going to take my very best picture ever of Davy Crockett. And I got it right in the center, and it was perfect. And I said, yes! Bristol is the 4th of July, and it's generational. It carries on. Your children kind of have their heart beating a little faster, thinking it's almost here.
Memories of family and the 4th, they just seem to last a lifetime.
It's a badge of honor and a look at Bristol's collectible past.
This is the oldest. It's dated 1897, 4th of July committee in Bristol.
Plus, finding just the right spot and keeping it for a few decades.
You know, we've kind of been sitting here for generations, and as the next generation comes, they kind of just feel comfortable in the same spot.
You know, the locals told me if I want to get the best view for the parade, that I need to get here early. I guess maybe this is just a little too early. But they did say making my way into Bristol and getting here bright and early is the key to finding just the right spot.
Well, when I was little, I would be the one who would sit in the chairs all the time waiting for the parade to come and make sure that people who were just drifting through didn't take our spot. Well, I've been at this spot 60 years. We've always sat here, and we've always had at least 25 people. Everyone comes, all the generations. We basically really don't get any sleep the night before the 4th. There's so much going on, nobody gets any sleep. So we come down here around 5 o'clock, put all of the chairs up and sit in them. And once it was 5 o'clock, whoever was going to be old enough to be there and young enough to do the task would get some money to just sit down here and make sure no one touched the chairs. You know, we've kind of been sitting here for generations, and as the next generation comes, they kind of just feel comfortable in the same spot. It's what it's all about, the old traditions.